Hi, I'm Mikkel Becker.
And I'm Debbie Martin. One of the most common treatments pet owners are often asked to do is to treat their pet's ears. It can also be one of the most challenging treatments to do, especially if a pet has had a negative experience or is very sensitive because of past ear infections. Ideally, ear handling should be started often and early. You want to create a positive emotional response associated with the whole process and set that animal up for a fear-free experience from the start. It's important to build the pet's emotional bank account into the positives by creating these positive experiences so that if we do have to have a slight withdrawal when an actual treatment has to be performed, it's less damaging. One of the first considerations with treatment is to fine-tune what the overall process will look like. Will there be 1 or 2 people to assist with the treatment? If you have 2 people, one person can focus just on the ear treatment itself, while the other person can provide distractions such as really great treats, and also monitor the pet's body language to make sure they're comfortable with care. If there's only one person available to do the treatment, then it's important to determine how the treats are going to be given, as well as how you're going to ensure that the pet is comfortable with care.
There are 2 basic options for treating your pet throughout the handling process. One way is by using a long-lasting treat distraction. The treat distraction can be put inside of a food puzzle, or it might actually be smeared on a vertical surface such as the wall. The other way to treat your dog is by handing out treats intermittently throughout the process. You may have a second person giving the treats, or you may be giving the treats yourself as you build up little by little your dog's success of being able to stay calm and comfortable as you do the ear handling. Continuous treating and a long-lasting treat distraction can be very helpful for getting care done in a positive way. But if you're looking at something that needs to be routinely done for your pet, that's where it's important to break down the process and to build up their comfort little by little over time, which can help to promote that long-term success.
At the pet's treatment station, you'll want to start breaking down the process of ear handling and treatment. Start touching the pet first in a neutral location, maybe at the shoulders or the neck area, and then gradually move your hands towards the ears, working at the base of the ears, maybe flipping the ear over if it's a floppy-eared dog, and then also working on massaging the edges of the ears or the base of the ears, just as you would if you were putting in ear medication. Pair each step of the process with really great treats. You have to work up to having both hands on the dog too. If you're only doing it with one hand, that's going to be different when you're actually going to medicate the ears because you're probably going to use both hands. Watch for any subtle signs of the animal becoming uncomfortable, such as leaning away from you. If you see this, decrease what you're doing slightly and wait for the dog or cat to relax again, and then gradually build back up. You only want to progress to the next step when the animal is not showing any hesitation at the current level. Once the pet is comfortable with ear handling, you want to start adding in ear medication, supplies, and equipment. For example, bring out the ear cleaner bottle, allow the animal to approach it, and give them a treat for their curiosity. You also can bring out cotton balls, Kleenex, Q-tips, whatever you might be using in the experience of cleaning their ear or medicating their ears, and pair those with really great things such as special treats. Now that the pet's comfortable with having its ears handled and also the items associated with ear cleaning, we can now pair those 2 things together. For example, while you're doing handling on your treatment station, have some of those items sitting nearby, eventually working up to having them in your hand and completing the entire process.
High-value rewards are an absolute must to build your pet's willing participation with the entire process. I know this myself because as a child, I had to have weekly allergy shots. My parents helped me to feel more comfortable and to be more relaxed with the process by always giving me stickers each time I had my shot done, which I could actually trade in over time to get a really cool toy. So I actually started to look forward to the whole process, even though it was a little bit uncomfortable. And just like with me, it's helpful to really build our pets' willing buy-in by helping them to have an incentive to want to participate throughout the entire handling process.
Handling and care is a lifelong process that is important for the health and well-being of the animals in your care. When conditioning an animal for ear treatment, the time invested up front saves time in the long run and builds trust and cooperation with care.
For more tips on how to take the pet out of petrified
and put the treat into treatment,
go to maddysfun.org
or fearfreehappyhomes.com.